Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Even though it's 3:41 a.m., it's been a long set of days, long set of hours, but we finally got it done. I'll be about to release what I'm about to show you, and the whole video is an hour and a half. It's a complete walkthrough on in detail what I'm about to show you. That's going to be for my quant analytic members. So what we're talking about is, I've shown this numerous times. As you know, when you work with brokers, you're highly limited on what the broker can give you. Just wait for this document to load up. Wow. Okay, let's just do it this way. Okay, so what we're doing is I'm pretty well for sure going to go with Dukascopy. I've looked at all the other ones, including Oanda. Hopefully you've seen some videos on that. Actually, it might help to bring up my YouTube channel here. Okay. And basically what I want to show you is we got Dukascopy that sends over market data.
Hey there, how's your trading going? Let me show you some algo financial market analysis.
Okay, so we got market data, and that's got to go somewhere, right? Now this is sub-second tick data that I show, and where it goes is I've got it going into a Redis NoSQL, and basically where that is used for two purposes. These little arrows could be considered like a message queue. Think 0MQ, as well as you can use it as a data store in memory. It's probably one of the world's fastest. I've talked about it enough. If you want more info, just go under my playlists and then look for Redis, the database right here. Like I said, you got 50 plus videos to go through. So there we go. Okay. From there, so we have Redis NoSQL. So what we've got is we've got a Python script where we have our simple strategy logic, and this could be using a backtesting framework that I've talked about. I'm still kind of a little weird on that one, but you could develop easily very simple Python scripts by calling the Redis database, NoSQL database, the whole data feed, and then process your data, which I do, and I demonstrate in this Python script using just a slow and a fast and a slow moving average, doing it across, and either it'll generate a buy or a sell signal. Exciting, eh? Just to demonstrate the basics of the connectivity to this thing. So then what happens is the Python script would be like a trading strategy. So let me just make sure we get that. So I could make that a trading strategy as well. And from there, what we could add on is, again, pushing it back again into NoSQL or the Redis. And what we've got here is really two choices. Based upon the trading signal, we can either go to the JForex platform, or we could use the Dukascopy standalone Java API, and that's the only one that is supported through Dukascopy. I'm going to tell you between the difference between Oanda, IB, Interactive Brokers, and Dukascopy. Out of those three, I'm going to be honest, I think Dukascopy is the best one. I do kind of like working with it. It makes sense. It's easy to understand. I'm still waiting to hear back from our friends over at Oanda. I mean, they're just really a lost cause, and I've shown a video of that. Go into my videos here, just type in the title of Dukascopy versus Oanda versus FX Pro Forex API trading, and that will quite glaringly show you the difference between Oanda and Dukascopy. I mean, FX Pro are just what appears to be scammers. Just go to Forex Peace Army and know what I mean for each of these brokers. The difference is that Oanda just don't care about the negative reviews, but I will say there are quite a few Dukascopy negative reviews, but there's responses from Dukascopy. So as I said in this video, what I take away from it is that Dukascopy does care about their reputation. They respond, which is a good thing. It shows that they do take accountability for any gripes that go against them, especially on a big site like that. So you got to give it to them on that, whereas Oanda just don't seem to care. So enough of that. So again, what we're dealing with is we're using Redis for orders. We're also using Redis NoSQL for the data feed. We can get the data from market data from Dukascopy, push it into Redis, push it into this Python script, and then have our script generate trading signals. Then push the trading signal back onto a second queue of NoSQL or Redis NoSQL, and then have that be fed right into the JForex platform by having JForex load in a jar file. And yes, I found a way to do it to have the Redis calls right inside that JForex jar file, sitting inside its platform, and it works just fine. And it's light, and it shouldn't be a problem. Just depends upon the number of orders you send into the jar file, the strategy jar file, because you will get notifications from JForex and wherever else that that it's getting overwhelmed. So you have to be very careful with that. So enough blabbing. Let's show you what we got. So here in the NetBeans, we've got the strategy, and it just basically pushes the orders that come in from Dukascopy, and they're ticks, and there's a lot of them. So let me just fire this puppy up. So we want this one. Okay. So suspended at main. Okay. Oh, no, we want the output. So I think, yeah, so it's still running. Wasn't a problem there. Okay. So as I said, so here is the ticks being pushed into Redis. Now, this script that's running is the strategy. You can see here it's going to generate a buy, sell, whatever. So that's the first half here. So Dukascopy sends the market data into the Redis through Redis SQL, NoSQL, through a message queue, and that is being pushed into the Python script. So the Python script that you're seeing there, I just showed you this one, is that Python script. So we'll run a strategy or do some little calculations, like I said, a fast and a slow moving average, just for demonstration purposes, and then it will generate a trading signal, as you can see here, buy, sell, whatever, and then it will push that signal back into Redis, and then have the JForex jar file, the Java jar file, get that order from Redis and then process it and submit it into the Dukascopy server. So you're going to see a lot of orders once I launch this. Oops, let me do that. So let's load up our JForex. So here's JForex running in the background. So we've got 3 messages. I'm going to clear it out. And is there any positions open? No positions are open. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, this is only working on one asset or one instrument, euro, US dollar. As I said, you can easily overwhelm this thing by having multiple instruments, and there's a lot. I've highlighted that in that video, in this video here, but it has all the majors that you would want. So knowing that, let me just fire up this puppy. So here comes the orders. They're just coming in fast and furious, and boom, boom, boom. And this is built around the Now, what I've done, I had to do in my Redis client. Let's see here. Okay, so what I had to do is I'm going to put a stop to this because we don't want this madness to continue. So I have my order. I'm just going to say stop, and it will stop. I think it just stopped. So what happens is you can see here that our strategy in JForex no longer runs, and it just shuts down everything. So I could do all kinds of stuff with that. I could have it on exit, immediately close out all positions, or there's a lot of control I have here. And I will tell you, to come this far in a couple of days was pretty impressive. There's a lot of experimentation, but I want to tell you overall my experience with Dukascopy and what I know of it so far. Dukascopy, from what I've researched, is very it's an ECN supposedly. You can get market depth in it, bid and ask. Uh, I have mentioned some of the other stuff you can get. You can get that through the API documents. And because you have access to this type of data through the broker, and they, I guess, keep it public, it's very powerful. You can use it to your advantage to watch pricing action on a tick level. I have run this strategy. Actually, I could do this if you want. This is just outside of all this other stuff. But the cool thing about it is if I run, now if you look for, I've shown this in that video I just highlighted, but if you look for the SDK, the JForex SDK, you can get access to these files. But the one I like is, and I've showed this before, is, where is it? It's a GUI one. It's been a long night, so. Okay, so there's this one. So in my case, I don't know what instrument I'm playing with here. Now the account information you may see is going to expire really soon. So have fun. It's just a test account. It's not a production or a live account. Wasn't born yesterday to put that up on a YouTube video. But some people think I'm so stupid I wouldn't know. But it's kind of amazing. I'm just trying to find my instrument I've been looking for. Let's just see if I can find it here. Oops. Okay. So right now I'm going to run this one. It's Brent Oil. Okay. Let me show you how fast this broker enables you to do things. And I believe we have a report. What's it called? I'll put this HTM. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to run this little puppy. I've run it before, but let me just show you a previous example. Let's see if I can run it, find my report HTML. We'll get there. Okay, so this was run a few days ago on the 15th. I believe today's the 17th. Yeah, a few days ago. Okay, so let me just load this puppy up. I want to show you something before I run this. And I've never seen this before in other brokers. I could be wrong. But you see here, this is pretty crazy. You'd start with $50,000, and it only took maybe 10 seconds for this report or for this process to run. But I was down quite literally almost $15,000 in about 10 seconds. Here are all the positions, and they're all basically drawdowns. And I'm going to run another one, but I just want to show you how high risk this is. You can lose a lot of money fast. But I don't know if, I mean, obviously not a live account, but the question is if we have the ability to do these type of trades at this level of being able to run it and put orders in this fast. So I'm going to run another series of this, and this is pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm going to run this guy. So it's running right now. Let me close up this report. So what it's going to do, it's going to load up that GUI I've highlighted in the video. Little chart. Remember, this is all done in Java. So leave this. Okay, so here we are. I can start the strategy now. So I start it and give it time to load in the data from Dukascopy, and that's that Brent oil one. This is all tick data again. And I believe it's 10 seconds. I don't know how many ticks it's going to go through, but it's pretty crazy. I think the system's a little slower than normal because I have so much stuff running. But let me just show you this. Downloading the data right now. So it went through the authentication. Here comes the data. The chart's going to start loading up and start running that strategy. And it's running. And let's see here. I'm going to let it run. But might help if I quit the JForex, because I don't really need it. That might be. On the other hand, it is 4 in the morning, so the liquidity might be a lot slower. That's possible. Anyways, let me cancel this and see our report. Okay, so we stopped here, as you can tell. Let's see what it says in our report. So today, 358. Let's see what our report has come up with. So no trades were put on, actually, no positions. But hey, at least I show you part of it and showed you another results of another session of this. So again, I've not seen anything as advanced like this. From my experience with Dukascopy, I don't work for them. The only big problem with Dukascopy, if you're in the States, you can't use Dukascopy. I'm not sure if it's to do with the CFDs, which are oddly banned in the US, but everywhere else you can buy CFDs. And that's pretty well it. So there will be a video of all the stuff I showed you. As I said earlier, it's a 90-minute file. Be on the lookout for it. If you want to know when that will be ready, you can do one of two things. Actually, this is probably the best bet. Go come to quantlabs.net/membership.htm. And what will happen is it'll come up with a new pop-up. Just fill in your details, subscribe, and you will get notifications on this stuff and all these videos. This video will be only available for 4 days. I don't think I'll be putting a lot of this source code out or how it works because I have pretty well searched high and low for Python, Dukascopy Python. There's a couple of them on GitHub. This one is useless. It's only good for historical data from Dukascopy, and that's only up into the prior day, not today's data. There is, what else was there? There was a wrapper for Dukascopy. Actually, I should put JForex in here. That's what we want, the JForex API. So there's this one, but I do believe this project has been abandoned. So it only goes far back. See, it's 5 years old. It's clearly been abandoned using Jython, which is Python 2.7 support only. There's a Duka, PyForex. I think that's just data, again, historical data. So there's not a lot of stuff out there showing you how to integrate Dukascopy with, so here's another project, abandoned. This is the Jython one. Jython's up to 2.7. It has clearly been abandoned, or I don't know if it has or hasn't, but you'd be waiting for the Stone Ages to get this working. So I have figured out how to integrate supposedly with Python and Dukascopy or JForex for the Java, but obviously I'm using Redis as the way to glue everything together. On top of, it just gives you that extra level of security because you have a database, and it's a very light but fast database, as well as with the message queuing capabilities. So, as I said, this video is only going to be available for a couple of days. So if you want it to get the notification, as I said, just come to that link, quantlabs.net/membership.htm, and you're good to go. But this stuff won't go anywhere. You need to pop up. All right, so that's pretty well it. And hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you later.